Okay, Lila, this is before his feet get done. I just have him half shoed before. This is the front of his right front and left front before he gets them done. Here is Oakley, getting ready to get his feet done.
Is proper balance. You know what I mean? And what I was thinking is take the shoe off and show what he's done in 6 weeks, how he is at 6 weeks out, and then show
This
where
is
we need
before.
to go, and then show.
That's where he's at. He's just,
Okay. Put a line across the front so we can see. Okay. What we're doing is showing the widest part of the foot, which is this center line, widest part of the foot, and that correlates with the center of articulation in the coffin joint. And we're showing the horse has a very small amount behind that center line, the center of articulation, but he has that much more on the front part from the center of articulation. Now this is just 6 weeks of growth. That's what happens in 6 weeks of growth. So we would desire a larger area back here and a smaller area up here in front of that center of articulation line. That's to properly balance.
Okay.
Now, I don't know, Gene, I talked to Gene about this a long time ago, and he never really said anything, but the way I determine height of heel is the commissure of the frog comes back here. Grant taught us this years ago, is to find where does the hoof wall, the live hoof wall, meet live frog. Where do they interject down there? And then what Grant taught us was to leave them on most feet, leave them about 3/16 above that spot. That's what you leave for heel. But Gene doesn't really teach that. And I've used that for years. That's what I've gone by. That's how where I judge the heel. Shouldn't be using this knife, should I? Now, I've got both heels clearly identified where the heel meets live tissue down here. Okay, so that's my guideline to go by on the heel. Too late. Okay, we're going to put shoes on this guy, so we want to leave him plenty of frog. We want to clean it up and any loose tags take off, but we want to leave this guy plenty of frog, and he's got a good, healthy, nice frog. We're going to leave him all we can. This is how I do my exfoliation. I exfoliate the sole to find my depth. I do it with half rounds. It's correctly done with a knife, but I like to be faster. What we're trying to find is where does live sole, where do I find live sole over here? Right now I'm in the chalky, see that chalky area there. Now I'm finally hitting right there, I'm hitting live sole, the waxy sole right here. This is chalky. That's my depth gauge. That is my guideline as to how much foot I can take off of this guy, and also find medial lateral balance. This is still chalky across the toe callus. It's still chalky. Now I'm getting into live stuff there. Now, here's our center of articulation. Right now, the coffin bone is sitting roughly in there. We would like breakover point to be here. Here's our heels. Right now what we've got is about, we've got a little bit more behind this center of articulation. If we go to breakover point here, we've got 5 1/4 on that thing. And we've got slightly more back here right now with the trim. So the trim, we've got slightly a bigger area here than we have up here. And that's what we've got, at least 50-50, is just a slightly more, 51-49 basically is what we've achieved just with the trim. Now we can enhance that a bit with a shoe that moves the breakover point back a little further and also gives them a little more support behind. We want to get these tissues in play with frog pressure here. That's also utilizing these tissues, which are proprioceptors. We want them engaged as the horse moves.